Hello folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are out on Black Creek. We have been out here before this year, and our results have been mixed. I came out here hoping for a massive frog bite, and you know what? The first time I came here, I got it. There was constant frog action, but I just didn't end up sticking that many. I only ended up with one fish that day, and I will try to include that footage right here. Oh gosh. Okay. They're here and they're striking. I tell you, this rod and reel setup is making this a lot easier. This combo comes in at under 10 ounces. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see if we can get him to do that again. Only this time, like, you know, come up with the lure in his mouth. Well, I don't know. That's feeling like he came off. Yep, okay. Healthy vegetation is actually keeping the water oxygenated, because it's all feeding on the CO2. Oh gosh! Hang on. I don't know if there's a fish in here. I don't think there's a fish in here. I just saw him splash though. Didn't you guys see that? Stay on you. I lost him. Or not. Am I dragging him in? What? There's a fish on there. There's a fish on there. There's a fish in there. There's a fish in there. Small fish, but there's a fish in this net. Oh. All right. Fish one of the day. And I think like the second fish ever on a frog. Just not quite the size we're hoping for, but you know what? I don't really care. We got him in. We made that work. We stuck him really good. And I dragged him over the surface. All right, buddy. Well, I don't think we're getting 5 today, so I'm not going to bother measuring this little guy. All right, bud. Let's get you in there. But then after that, I had one of the craziest experiences I have had on a kayak. I was here fishing again, and I had one of the worst storms I have ever seen creep up on me. And luckily, I got back to the launch just in time. Oh. Yeah, that's no good. Oy. That was right over my head. Oh my goodness. Look how the sky is. Holy cow. That's bad. It looks like it's a brief cloud though. Got crazy out there real quick. It just goes to show you though, you gotta take the warning signs that nature gives you, because if you don't, you're gonna get stuck out in that. I think I saw another boat out there too. That's the scary part. They gotta try and make it in. And these folks at the ramp, I was just getting off my kayak and some folks have pulled up in their boat. They're still getting their boat set up on their truck. Oh my gosh, he's going right now.
See if you can see him through the trees.
So he didn't launch here. That's even scarier. If he didn't launch here, that is much scarier. Unless you know what he's doing. No, I see what he's doing. He's doing the smart thing. He's going for the bridge. This was not in the forecast for this bad. It said possibility of a shower. This is a full-on T-storm. Oh my goodness. But in doing so, in rushing with my kayak back to my car, I did drag it along the pavement, and somewhere along the way, I put a hole in the bottom of my kayak. So I have not been able to kayak for a while. More recently, I got some of the tools necessary to fix it, and I actually just took care of it a couple of days ago. So this is the first official test of the kayak since it has been damaged. It was not a bad crack. It was just letting in a few ounces of water here and there. But obviously you don't want to have any hole at all on the bottom of your kayak open to the water. So I ended up using some plastic that Vibe had provided. Vibe provides a small sheet of repair plastic. So I was able to melt some using a plastic welder, and then I put a layer of Flex Seal over the top of it. So right now it seems like we're doing okay. Seems like we're doing just fine, and not hearing any bubbles underneath or anything. So we will check the kayak at the end of the day. Maybe sooner than that. Might check it halfway through. I don't know yet, but definitely want to keep an eye on this thing. The biggest thing I'm keeping an eye on is how high out of the water my kayak is sitting. If I start to sit lower in the water, I'm going to turn around and head right back to the launch. But at any rate, I am anxious to be fishing this spot today, because these are the conditions I've been waiting for. Last year around this time, it was non-stop pike action. It was pike the entire time, along with some larger bass too, and everything was hitting top water. So I've got the Whopper Plopper with me today, and we also have the frog rod and a couple other things. But I'm really honestly hoping for the Whopper Plopper action today. There's a lot fewer patches of duckweed that I'm seeing just in the open. Back in the inner channel, there's still plenty of it, which is what we want for throwing the frog. But it's nice having this big open area right here for throwing the Whopper Plopper, because it's hard to throw when you got so much duckweed in the water. But I'm anxious to start fishing, so let's get a pull out and get this thing going. We've got the bone color Whopper Plopper on there, which last year produced the most pike. Usually this lure is what I throw for smallmouth. This is usually my smallmouth lure, but it also doubles as the pike Whopper Plopper. I can't say I've ever caught a pike on another color of Whopper Plopper than the bone, especially in these waters. Waters like this around here, a little bit murkier. It's nice to have that shock of color. And I think we all know pike love shiny things. I wasn't sure how this place was going to fish earlier in the year, but I had to test it. You know, I had such good luck here last September. And it seems like there's still some fish. There's still some fish around, maybe late July, early August. The last time I was here, there was nothing. When I damaged the kayak, I didn't catch a single fish that day, and I was on the water for probably 4 or 5 hours that day, and I didn't get a single bite the whole day. Whoa. Something big jumped right out of the water right there. I threw right at it. That might have been a pike. All right, there's tons of fish jumping around me right now. This is good because I want to stay around here. I don't want to move too far ahead because I am worried about the kayak, so I want to give it some time before I go any further away from launch. There's another one. There's stuff jumping. Some of it's small, but the past two were larger. I don't know if all the pike being in the area was just a thing for last year, if it wasn't a normal thing. because last year was my first time coming here. So, you know, I'm trying to fish on what has happened to me before, but that might have been an exceptional year. I might never see that again. Wow, that corner, the back corner behind me where we did all the frog throwing last year, there is not a lot of duckweed left there at all. All the duckweed seems to be over there. This is interesting. I have not seen anything blow up yet back here. The only action we saw was on the main channel. So if that's where the fish are, we may end up going back over there and hanging there. But I have to do my due diligence back here, because we've also had some fantastic luck here. There's a lot of bait fish, which is a good sign. Man, I am shocked we did not have a hit through here. But let's switch to the frog. Let's switch to the frog and we'll see if we can change that. Little sunfish right here. So there's fish back here. It's a really great sign that I'm seeing the bait fish, seeing sunfish. So there's a healthy environment for larger predatory fish. They just got to have some interest in some frogs. No! Uh-oh. I think we just had our first miss. All right, I think we're gonna be on to the next area. It's gonna be that that back corner, and then if that doesn't produce, I think we're gonna stick to the main channel for a while and either throw the Whopper, Plopper, or some crankbaits or something, because at least we saw fish hitting there. We've only really seen one back here with that strike on the frog. I am in ultra shallow water right now. I do not know how long we're going to be able to be back here because of how low the water level is. I think that's I think that's honestly the issue this year. We've been having a drought in the latter portion of this year. Last year, I think we were getting a decent amount of water. So Black Creek was fairly full later in the season last year as compared to this year. This year, Black Creek is very, very dry. I'm just trying to see if I see any signs of life. I'm looking for larger fish. And I haven't physically seen one yet. We've seen splashes earlier. So maybe the play is then to stick to the main channel because it's much deeper. I mean, that might be our only option. Maybe this water is too warm back here. Oh, play on, dude. Okay, here we go. Yes! Oh, finally. Nice fish. Okay, so there's something over here and they're hitting top water. That is a huge bass. It's not super long, but this is a very, very healthy looking bass. There's another reason why I would love to have those gloves right now. Dealing with Whopper ploppers and those razor sharp hooks, it's nice to have a good pair of gloves on you. The ones I have are junk. Sorry, buddy, we gotta drag you out a little bit in the middle because we're gonna get thrown into the trees. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh my gosh, okay, that fish is bigger than I thought, guys. Wow. That's a real nice bass. That's a real nice bass. And he's about to freak out. How do we do? 3% battery life. Will it hold? It's an 18, guys. That's actually much larger than what I thought it was. That's a lot larger than what I thought it was. I thought it was going to be like a stocky 16.5, but all right, one last look at this beauty. Look at this guy. Awesome. All right, bud, thanks for the fun. Let's get you back in there. Cool. It feels good to get a sizable fish out of here at least once this year. And who knows, maybe there's more. Maybe we'll luck out and we'll find a couple more along the way, because we're going to keep heading this way, I think. That was a fun one. I don't know, that one might have just snuck its way into the top 5. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to go back in my head and count up all the big ones for this year. I know we caught 3 fish in that 19 to 19.5 inch size range. And then I think I only caught another one that was just over 18, and that was on the Erie Canal. So that might have been number 5 right there. Well, that's good because we got more confidence in this area now. I have never caught anything like that over here before. I think maybe a little further towards the center channel, I caught a very small bass here once. So it's nice to see a larger one back here. He was fighting so hard. That fish was possibly the hardest fighting largemouth I've ever fought. I could not believe the strength of that fish for his size. I thought it was like a, you know, 28-inch northern pike or something coming in. I think I just want to kayak up here a little bit, see if I see anything in the shallows, and if not, we're gonna head back the other way and then take the other main passage. Well, folks, I was just changing out my battery and we had a freak accident happen. The side plate on my GoPro has not been staying connected as well as I was hoping it would. So every time I, lift it up now, it just comes shooting straight off the bar. Well, this time I pressed the release latch and the thing went shooting off the side of my kayak. So I have no way to keep my camera compartment closed right now. The only thing I can think of is that if I catch something, I'm just gonna have to put the battery in manually, keep the fish in the net, put the battery in manually, and at least show you guys if I get anything else good. Because I'm not ready to be done with my fishing day here, but I won't be able to show you guys this because I don't want to have an open GoPro on my chest with the side panel totally open. But if I get anything good, I will hopefully be able to show you guys. I can't believe that happened. I have 3 days off, and this is the first of the 3, and I don't have a side hatch on my GoPro. So I'm hoping that the GoPro Hero 9 side hatch will fit the 10. That's the only thing I can think of, and then I'm gonna order another one in the mail. But yeah, no, it went right over the side, and it went straight into the vegetation. There was no way to grab it. It didn't go like the sand. It went right into a clump of moss. But yeah, strange things have happened to me on the kayak this year. Very strange things. So I will keep you guys posted, and at the very least, I will film a proper outro for you guys, because we caught one heck of a fish today, and I don't want to have to, definitely don't want to have to junk that footage. So, all right, wish me luck. Hopefully you will see more from this trip. Well, good news. I actually got another fish. Nothing giant or anything, but you know what? It's another fish. Believe it or not, we got this little guy on the coal shad. So that's actually the second fish I've had hit it. I had another fish earlier that I missed on the coal shad as well. That was only about 10 or 15 minutes ago, so I don't know. I was gonna start heading in, but maybe I'll take the coal shad around for a while, huh? What do we got? All right, you just hit 14. You actually hit 14. All right. Well, what the heck? I don't expect to get a limit now today, but you never know. All right, buddy, thank you. All right, well, camera's got to go off again. See, I made 2 mistakes today. I didn't bring the underwater camera, and then I dropped the side panel off this one in the water. If I had the underwater camera with me, I would just put that on my chesty mount, but can't do that if I don't have it. So I'm gonna keep fishing. Hopefully we'll see something else. Well, folks, unfortunately that is it. Just those 2 fish for today, and it was a day with some ups and downs. We caught one of the biggest bass of the year today, and we also lost a piece of the camera. So that is an interesting mix of emotions right there. I'm going to get that sorted out, though. I'll be able to go out and film again tomorrow. I'm hoping Wednesday, the 3rd day of my vacation, I'm going to get out kayaking again. I'm not sure if I'm going to come here. My original idea had been to come here to this place basically the rest of the season because of how convenient it is and how many fish I caught here last year. But I'm not sure. I may try somewhere else. I may actually go back to Kayak Lake one more time. I haven't been there that many times this year, and who knows, I may be able to get a few more fish out from underneath those trees. So at any rate, I want to thank you all for watching this video today. I really appreciate it, and I hope you all take care. We'll see you in the next one.